It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. June 19th. 1984 is where we're going to start the X Window system, which is a networking display protocol which provides Windows and bitmap displays, is released by Robert Scheifler. X provides the basic framework or primitives for building GUI environments, enabling users to draw more windows on the screen and interact with mouse and keyboard. 1996, AOL suffers a software glitch, causing their email systems to be inoperable for about an hour. Also in 1996, SponsorNet, which is an advertising-based internet host system, it announces that its intentions to dissolve operations due to a shortage of capital. 1997, CompuServe reports a $12.2 million loss for their fourth quarter ending on April 30th. The loss followed a third quarter loss of $14.2 million for the full year. Their total losses would go up to $119.8 million. Also in 1997, Jim Woodward, a senior vice president of information technology consultants at Capgemini America, announced that the Millennium Bug may actually hit around 1999 rather than the year 2000. It refers, of course, the countless clock chips that had the 2-digit year instead of a 4-digit year. And in 1998, Imagine Media announces the appointment of Bill Blummer as publisher of Next Generation and Game Buyer magazines. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. The Phantom 3 has been released just in time for all your springtime flying. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there. And it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks or by the lake, or you can just fly over your house to see how many of your kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof even survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History. Then go out to the park and have a ton of fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. Back in at 2000, AMD introduces the Duron processor, which is available in speeds of 550, 600, 650, and 700 megahertz. It featured the 3D Now multimedia instruction set, 192 kilobit level 1 cache, 200 megahertz bus, 64 megabit level 2 cache, and a 64-bit path to the level 2 cache. It was codenamed Spitfire, and it would cost $112 to $192. Also in 2000, DataPoint, which is a company that first commissioned Intel 8008 microprocessor, sells European operations and changes its name to Dynacore. Speaking of Intel, Intel introduced the low-voltage mobile Celeron processor at 500 megahertz based on the 0.18 micron process, using a voltage of only 1.35 volt and consuming less than 2 watts. Intel released the 500, 600, and 650 megahertz mobile Celeron processors as well, $134 to $181. Microsoft released the final version of the Windows ME operating system to computer manufacturers, all on 2000. Moving over to 2001, a study published in the Journal of American Medical Association entitled Sexual Solicitation of Youth on the Internet was written by Hlang et al., reveals that 1 in 5 United States teenagers who regularly use the internet say they have received unwanted sexual solicitations. 2005, version 0.6.17 of Scancel, which is a free software vector graphics editor, which was formerly called Sketch, is released under the GNU Lesser General Public License. 2007, BitTorrent releases their official software development kit. Wi-Fi distance record, researcher Ermanno Pietro Simoli had managed to shoot an 802.11 signal 382 kilometers, which was about 237 miles, between two mountains in the Venezuelan Andes. Also in 2007, Panasonic begins production of the 45 nanometer circuit. Gateway announces it's recalling certain batteries because of their explosive nature. And Sony's Ken Kutaragi, who is the father of the PlayStation, steps down. He said he would do so the year before, and so he kept his word. 2008, Apple iTunes hits 5 billion downloads. Also in 2008, Carl Icahn opens up the blog to talk about his corporate dealings, especially with Yahoo. AT&T launches the Pogo browser. Microsoft re-released the security fix that was pulled back on June 10th because it allowed a hacker to take control of a PC. And Yahoo launches the Delicious toolbar for Internet Explorer. On that same day, Joshua Schachter, who is the founder of Delicious, leaves the company. And in 2009, Apple releases the iPhone 3GS in 16 and 32 gigabit flavors with a 600 megahertz processor, 256 megabytes of RAM, 3-megapixel camera, MMS, which was added about a couple months later by AT&T, VGA recording, and voice control. It had a 163 ppi, that's point per inch screen, and could support up to 7.2 megabits per second high-speed data packet algorithm, I believe, if I remember correctly. The biggest addition was the accelerometer, which would turn the phone into a compass or a level. $199 or $299 with a 2-year contract. Also in 2009, the purchase response was so good, the company sees a delay because of system issues. And so Apple issues a $30 iTunes credit for the apology. It was revealed that Steve Jobs also had a liver transplant during that 6-month sabbatical from Apple. And Chinese government tells Google no porn or even close to porn in their searches, or else they cannot be in China. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.